Good evening and welcome to Reclaim Recess, Our Voices, Our Power. My name is Stephanie Magenzi, and I'm the founder and president of the Women's Equity Center and Action Network. I appreciate that you chose to spend some of your Thursday evening with me talking about something I'm very passionate about, and I hope you are too, civic engagement. We have a brief agenda for this evening, and if possible, I just might be able to give you some time back. We'll see. Let's begin by reviewing a little bit about WECAN and the work that we have been doing the last several years. WECAN is a national, multicultural, multi-issue, and intergenerational and intersectional collective action network. What does all that mean? It means we are a group of women ages 18 plus from all racial and ethnic backgrounds, living all across the country, concerned about all different kinds of issues. But most importantly, we are working together collectively to create change that will benefit us and our communities. Our mission is to educate, engage, and activate women of color just like you. How do we do that? We employ a number rather of strategies, including our Mobilize Monday calls to action. We have action teams across the U.S., small groups of sisters just like you, who are working together on local issues and helping to inform what we can should be focusing on nationally. We have the Sister Source podcast, which can be found on all of the podcasting networks. And if you'd like to be featured on a podcast for the work that you're doing in your community, please send us an email at info@womensequity.org. We have our Powered Up training, which events like this are included as a part of our overall training, and our Movies to Movements, where we review documentary films and have a discussion and a call to action about the film. This is a nonpartisan space. Very important to say at the outset because we are going to be talking about how you engage with elected officials. But it is very important that you understand we want to engage with both or all parties, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, anyone who's interested in being a part of developing responsive policy solutions. We're going to be talking tonight about our August Recess Toolkit. So, what's in the toolkit? The toolkit is your guide to action. It includes a summary of the big, beautiful bill, the big legislation that was passed earlier in July, and the harms, quite frankly, that it will cause to women and girls of color. We have some sample questions you can ask at town hall meetings and graphics and social media posts you can use to amplify our collective voice about the things that are important to us, especially as it relates to the big, beautiful bill. So let me just say at the outset, the big, beautiful bill is not beautiful. In fact, it is quite ugly as it relates to outcomes for us. You'll see on this slide across all of the four domains that WECAN is concerned about: health and wellness, safety and justice, economic security, and civic engagement and voting rights. There are bad things that would happen or will happen for women and girls of color. Everything from cuts to Medicaid, bans on gender affirming care, reproductive health restrictions, immigration enforcement, no protections for LGBTQ or immigrant young people, cuts to food stamps, and basically a set of initiatives that robs from the poor to give to the rich. And very little or nothing, quite frankly, in the big, beautiful bill that would support election security or stop voter suppression that's taking place in various parts of the US. So, what is a town hall meeting? It is when our elected officials, those who represent us here in Washington, D.C., are back home in their home districts, in their home communities. They have been on recess, the House, since July 25th. The Senate is still in session, but they'll be on recess soon. And town hall meetings are open public meetings where you can essentially testify without being in the courtroom. You can speak your truth to power. You can remind your elected officials who they work for, and who can vote them out if they are not advancing policy solutions to meet our needs. It is our opportunity to speak directly to them about what concerns us. This quote is so very timely and or timeless, as a matter of fact, where Alice Walker reminds us that the most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. And sisters, we have a lot. And again, this is a nonpartisan space, but I want to share some questions that you could ask in a town hall meeting. Just two for now, but the toolkit includes a ton of questions that you can ask during town hall meetings. For example, you could ask your elected officials, what are you doing to support equal pay and access to jobs for women of color in your district? What investments will you fight for that create real safety, like housing, healing, and youth programs, not just more criminalization, locking up people for being homeless, for example? The toolkit includes at least 15 questions that you can use or help you to create questions of your own that you can ask when you participate in town hall meetings. You'll be able to scan the QR code in the toolkit or click a link in the toolkit to take you to a series of social media posts. Now, I'll admit we're using a new tool for Weekend. It's super, super cool, but here's an example of how Indivisible, a very popular organization that's working in this space, has used. So you'll be able to share social media posts with a single click, sisters, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, and there's one more, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But this is what the platform will look like. And as you can see, it's click one button to share on Blue Sky. It'll be click one button to share on Facebook, etc. You'll be really jazzed at how easy it is to use this tool. If you have any questions about the toolkit or about the messages, about the big, beautiful bill, please, please, please send us an email at info@womensequity.org, and we'll be happy to respond and connect you to um, partner organizations that might be able to share even more information with you about the issue you are concerned about. Thank you for coming today and for listening to this brief meeting webinar about the August Recess Toolkit. And as usual, we invite you to follow We Can on all of our social media channels. Thank you and have a great evening.